Harry and Hugo.
Well, there we have it. We are going to be kicking things off here. It is going to be Movistar Riders versus Cloud9. We start here on Inferno. The pick of Movistar Riders, Chad, and they're on the CT side.
Yeah, I think we need to echo Yanko's sentiments here throughout this first half, and this pistol round becomes very important to put them in that type of a lead early. It's either the pistol or the force spike into the next, so turning our attention here as we do get out the gates. The 1x bet odds are favoring Cloud9. You can understand why. Smoke released from Nafany. Just going to jump up top mid. Davy, he's going to take a bit of a duel, but it's Daps. He's under the porch side. There's so many players top mid in this four-man stack. They're just locking things down until Hobbit comes out of the apartment's position and everything falls apart.
It was looking very good for the Riders at one point, but now a 3 versus 2. Davy G isolated towards the arch side, and we have got mopoz attempting to breach the smoke, but it doesn't work out for him. 3 versus 1 after getting the initial 2 kills as well. Just one player remaining. He has got a kip. Has got the smoke, but the bomb is being planted right now. He will gain some sort of access here. Smoke behind him, so we'll see whether he can find even one kill, but not going to happen. A good start from Movistar Riders, but it actually falls apart very quickly as Hobbit makes his way out of the apartment.
Yeah, they were kept very busy. It's dangerous business going out the door, but Hobbit makes it look clean as you like. Do still like the ring around the neck.
It looks very cool.
I think he has to, like, it has to be...
I think so, yeah, I think that's fair enough. He's not going to go, wait, no, I've never heard of that. What is the Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings?
No, I've literally never heard of that. That sounds interesting, though. Check it out.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know who his favorite character is.
Well, I've not even seen it, Chad, so you're barking at the wrong tree here.
You've never seen any of the franchise, anything. So,
it's true.
Let's see how Martinez can wield this scout. He's definitely an explosive individual. He's been able to pick off the first head of the aforementioned Hobbit.
Yeah, that was a lovely shot. Martin Easy kicking things off in style here, actually rotating back towards B. 3 players there for Cloud9. They still have their utility, of course, and still the advantage with the firepower, but it's a good start. Martinez has been tagged down at 42, currently residing in CT spawn. Another chance here for a tag. This time doesn't quite connect, but still alive and kicking. 1 minute 10 left on the clock. Everyone from Cloud9 on this side of the map. Decent incendiary.
Okay. Well, Axel's pinned to this position for now, and Smoke's exchanged here over towards the B-bomb site. We'll stall out the crawl for now. Alex peering forward to see if there's a boost coming through, but that's not the case. Now, they know that the scout had a shot over towards A and then back towards B, but this is the question. This is where Nafany has to make a hard decision. Gaining top mid presence here, but it all seems to be a bit of a ruse. The divider smoke towards long, you can see that placed ahead of Library, forces the scout of Martinez either to go in towards the site or back towards CT.
I think maybe a bit of a banana split here, Chad. Extra creamy, perhaps. We'll see. Trying to show presence towards A. Shiro behind with the AK-47.
25 seconds left, Henry.
It's a bit rough.
Smoked off.
This is all about the CT spawn access. If they can come behind them here towards Ruins, it should be absolutely fine. This is a very key interaction now. Alex with the Desert Eagle has been spotted, I believe. But what a shot that is. Breaks the back of Nafany. And now this is looking very good for the Movistar Riders. 7 seconds remaining. They can plant. A few more twists and turns, yeah. Interz will be left in a very tricky situation. 3-on-1, but has every chance to win it. With the Galil in hand as well, just need to find an opening frag. That's not bad. The low HP Martinez is removed. Davy G taken down as well. 1 more to go. Interz, have you got it in you? Up against the Mac 10, and he wrecks house there. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Interz, managing to convert the round. 3 versus 1, and you can see what that means to them. They're hyped up.
Look at the yells from Nafany here. He's loving this. A massive clutch from Interz early. It's the support player getting activated when the team needs him most. And this is what you need, right? It is the lighter buy. Martinez opens up the account with a blinder of a shot like that. You mentioned the backbreaker out of Alex and even mopoz with the 5-7. But all they need to do is get those 2 kills, plant the bomb, and Interz very comfortable towards the back of B. You'll see him here a lot. Just start mopping things up. Nafany loves it, doesn't believe it.
Well, the thing is, he had to be active there, right? He couldn't rest on his laurels, sit on emo. He had to be fighting for control in that 3 versus 1, and that's exactly what he did. It's up against the full eco now. Shiro to open things up towards Banana. They are firing on all cylinders with that Mac 10. First kill is theirs. They've got full Banana control. And round 3 should be well under their remit as well. This T-side start for Cloud9 looking very fruitful indeed.
And I'm sure that Cloud9 maybe want to get a little bit of revenge on the Riders here when they faced back at ESL Pro League Season 15.
Sure.
That was in Dusseldorf earlier in the year. They did end up losing the series 2-1 to the Riders. There was a 16-14 loss on this very map we have on the screen right now, a 16-7 win on Mirage, and then Ancient was the third and decider where the Riders handle business 16-9. So maybe that's a reason why nafany's getting fired up here. And again, to build into Yanko's conversation about the T sides for Cloud9 requiring this early start. Well, they're going to get the early start they dream of. They get this 3-0. They walk away with this one pretty cleanly here. Just one more to find of Davy. If they win the first gun round, or if they don't win the first gun, when they win the second gun round, they're still going to find themselves in a position where they're looking very tidy to build that 6 or 7 round buffer early on within the game.
Well, there we have it. 3-0 for Cloud9. And a couple of residual lesser weapons. We've got a MAC-10 and a Galil, but Shiro will bring out the AWP. He got a lot of money farmed in the previous round with multiple MAC-10 kills worth $600 a piece. Having a look at the buy from Movistar Riders as well. Martinez does have the AWP. He is the danger man to look out for. CT side of Inferno does offer itself up to many different options at the start of the round, but for now, looks like he'll be trolling towards middle. Not checking out T steps, is looking towards any players crossing towards the underpass now as he'll think better of it, rotating around, more defensive line.
This is something which we don't really discuss a lot, but I feel it has to be a conversation point, is if you have a very strong AWPer on your team, like a Shiro, it is going to garner you respect where maybe you don't have to use utility, right? Because if Shiro's towards T-stairs with the AWP, you don't throw that top mid flash you normally would, because it's like, actually, you want to peek against Shiro? Go for it. You can peek him. We'll let you go for it. It's just like mid fights or long fights on Dust 2. Hobbit here lurking towards the apartments, does spot. What a shot!
That's filthy, isn't it? Absolutely disgusting to kick off the round as Depths is removed very early on. Now, they have done considerable damage towards Axel at least, so not all is lost, but they need to be a bit more active here. And that's exactly what they're doing, pushing down towards the bottom of Banana. Nafany will be under scrutiny here. Mopoz gets himself in towards the logs. There's a nice angle. Gets the MAC-10 as well, you fancy his chances.
As they come back, though, it starts to get a little bit more worrisome, right? If they flash and peek, then he might have to relinquish control. Not expecting it at all. Mopoz and Alex light up the scoreboard. Shiro does trade one back. They got 3 kills out of that.
Yeah, apparently so. The flashbang didn't come in time. It was a dry peek, and they get mowed down there. 3-on-2, 35 seconds remaining, and they are completely separated at this point. Axel's towards the apartments as Shiro. He'll be waiting towards B. Great shot. Takes a tag, but takes Martinez down towards CT spawn. Causes the rotation, but Axel, can he get the kill here towards the library?
He can let him leave. He can let him leave. The site's open. Come back. Bring the bomb. I'm going to fortify the site right now. Davy realizing that maybe it's not going to be that B finish just yet. And the red carpet.
It's a nightmare.
The timing, Counter-Strike timing, the cruelest of mistresses. It has to be a save.
Oh, they've taken the bait. Hook, line, and sinker.
Can't be B.
Definitely can't be B, that's for sure. Alex is just realizing that now, but they do have a kit, but it's the lack of utility. They won't have the confirmed information that both these players are low. Time is ticking away, and with the AWP set up in the pit as well, you don't fancy their chances, but certainly not impossible. Alex, he comes from a labored jog from the B bomb site, and this is the key moment here. That should be it. Oh, he's actually going to challenge? Well, doesn't seem to matter. 4-0 for Cloud9, and back and forth we go in terms of the map control there. With 20 seconds remaining, they make the call to rotate back towards A and didn't go for the kill towards Library. Didn't want to miss the shot and risk losing it. Wanted to actually suggest they were heading back towards B.
I think he may have gone for it with an AK, but because he had a Galil there, maybe thinking, if I get the dink, I may die here. Now, we also had the desk highlighting Mopoz's lack of performance compared to previous events here, and he gets a double kill in a round like this just with dry fights. You're getting what you want out of him in that scenario. Alex also chimed in, and they still lose the round. So for the Riders, this is a bit of a miserable start here. We'll be partial buying into this. Deaths didn't like how that one went down.
He didn't, did he? Well, it is a partial buy, you're right. A FAMAS for Mopoz, MP9 for Deaths, and P250's Deagles elsewhere. They have got reasonable utility, given the circumstances they find themselves in. A few smokes, try and delay, make things uncomfortable. Now, Movistar Riders are very handy with the pistols, especially those Deagles. They're taking a lot of damage to kick things off. Mopoz towards the top of the banana. Cut down to size, 26 HP. Shiro, another great opening pick there. Davy G was actually just holding the pixel angle, ready to throw the smoke if required. That's removed early on. Martinez will get into a more aggressive angle, challenging with the P250 perhaps.
It's great when you, I'll highlight it again, when you have an AWPer willing to take those type of fights, you're dead.
Freebie.
As, you know, if you're happy and confident to take those fights, you don't necessarily need the flash. You're happy to swing out. You know it's against a jiggle. You can win the duel because you're quick. You got those young, keen eyes. Well, looking great for Cloud9 here to start things off. The resistance from the Riders, we've already seen them topple Liquid on this map, in this group.
True.
See if they can bring anything here. The next round will be the true conversation point. Alex is just primed and waiting now. It's just him. Just him all on his lonesome here.
Yeah, if he even gets one kill, that would be impressive. He's going to have to try and deny the plant if possible. Very difficult with just the Desert Eagle there, but let's hit at least one shot, but might be better off just saving the armor and Deagle at this stage. His teammates have definitely gone with that approach. They're still towards the A-bomb side. Mob at T steps, just to note as well, for anyone rotating and causing a bit of a nuisance. Alex might be in a good position to get this frag though, but Axel, he has other ideas. And there we have it, Chad. This is a fantastic start on your opponent's map pick. You've got a 5-0 on the T side of Inferno. Doesn't get much better than that.
I really like watching Cloud9 play. Now, when it gets into the tougher matches, and there was a harsher critique from the desk as well about they should be contending, considering the fact they have Shiro and the likes of Axel, and they have plenty of LAN experience now, and they have the support of a prolific organization, right? Everything they need and more at this juncture. I'm with Yanko. I think that the time to see this team starting to achieve, and whether or not we're talking about actually lifting that major trophy, but going for a semi-final run, pushing the best in the world, right? Showing that you're a contender. This team has the blueprint. They did the hard graft. They came up through the youngster tag. They have the fundamental understanding of Counter-Strike. They have the players who can get it done in the server. What's missing, right? What is missing at this point? And I think now this ramp up into Rio, not far away at this juncture, needs to be it for this Cloud9 team to show what they've got.
Well, let's see if they can continue this perfect run in the first half. Some saved weaponry from Movistar Riders might actually hold them back somewhat. They saved the FAMAS and an MP9. It's not looking too good. Save some cash, however, but good flashbangs towards Banana to kick things off. Alex and Co not feeling too comfortable with that prospect and will be falling back towards the safety of the bomb site. But that's all Cloud9 wanted. They just wanted to push them back from the vision there, get them off the sandbags, and they'll go elsewhere. They're actually vacating the premises completely. Yeah, real utility.
Real lack of information across the map here for the Riders. They know that they've lost Banana and they take back top, but what lies behind that? Well, meanwhile, they're taking this top mid control. Smokes are plenty. Long, Moto over towards Pit as well. Applying so much pressure here at Cloud9 as they move in towards the side.
Yeah, boy, here we go. Martinez from the library position will at least find nafany, but they're focusing towards the quad side. Completely flashes depth. He can't get stuck in. He'll actually be dropped towards the apartment position. Same story for DabEG as they get mauled once again here. The execution just far too strong. Very nice timing there. The bomb will be planted, and mopoz and Alex just have no option whatsoever. They have to fall back.
Yeah, it'd be crazy to go for a round like this. So we're at the point the desk highlighted. The 6-round start for Cloud9, the 6-1 scoreline, whatever. Doesn't really matter, but here's the early lead on the T side. Now, can they continue? The Riders will be able to get that max loss bonus into the next round of play. They can drop some guns across. They can have another purchase here. It's up to Cloud9 to see if they can keep the foot on the gas, because Yanko's right. These T-halves seem to start good for them, but then they taper off towards the tail end and allow the opponent back in.
Yeah, they are known for these fantastic starts, and things certainly simmer down. But 2 weapons to be saved. Obviously, maximum loss bonus for the CT side. We've got an AK-47, the M4. There was money, residual cash from the saved weaponry before. So they should have a buy here available to them. Could even drop an AWP for Martinez, but he's not exactly popping off right now. That's the only frag they really found. Great flashbangs here from Cloud9, just overwhelming the bomb site, stifling utility. So many good flashbangs deployed. Nothing could be done. No response whatsoever. And maybe a bit of a tactical timeout to discuss the options before this one spirals.
It does make their life a lot easier when they negate the pit position with that smoke that they throw towards bike, because we know that the CTs deploy their own to one-way around. Well, if you remove that possibility, that is the one that can really bottleneck you. Now, of course, graveyard is a possibility. Balcony under the mini pit, under that balcony in the site. There's a lot of options, but you remove a key place so the CTs can make some plays from.
Now, yesterday, Chad, against Furia, Movistar Riders did lose the first half of Ancient 15-0.
Do we classify that as a pantsing?
I think that's well within the remit of getting pantsed, for sure. But it's even worse if you're on the CT side of Inferno and the same thing's happening. They definitely need to start turning up, and it's not too late just yet. We'll see what they can do.
Do we deploy the silent strategy early?
I don't think so. I think if it gets a 10-0, then we have to.
Okay, all right.
We'll have to do it a bit earlier. We did it at, what, 13-0 yesterday?
Yeah, we tried. I tried every trick in the book that I had going.
It went down to 1 versus 1. It was their closest round, so it wasn't bad. We harnessed some sort of power. But speaking of which, harnessing the power of the flashbang here, it's very effective indeed. They know exactly where mopoz is. Grenades coming in as he tries to get the hell out of there. Actually gets a kill for his troubles. I dare say he'll be going down after this, but gets the double. Actually very effective, but a blind shot from Shiro brings the round back into at least an advantage for Movistar Riders, a 4-on-3.
Now, the conversation should be that they've done enough here, but let's see if Cloud9 can work themselves back into action. They still have a bunch of smokes, some Molotovs, residual, flash, and HG. So there's enough to make this one work. It's about isolating a fight or two, and they could find two over towards this porch side. Now Shiro, over the top of the chicken, plucking away at the feet, is going to have a very hard fight if he does peer up mid, but after going long, sees nothing, starts to backpedal towards this B site. Now, if they do execute, they can have a 2-on-3 fight towards this site.
True. Bit of a stack towards the quad side at A, so 3-on-2, as Chad mentioned, they have got the utility, 3 smokes in total, but Def's just here with the flashbang, trying to set up Alex for a big spray down here. Quite a common spot, but can be overlooked. Decent grenade just to chip away, and unfortunately, well, Alex will get that first kill. He was detected, but comes out on top. Flashbang now. They should be absolutely fine for their first round here. 20 seconds remaining. Not many options to fall back here, as we will see interz somehow take down Def.
In the molly?
What just happened there? They know where Alex is now.
Molly.
They know he has to be towards new boxes, but it's all down to this kill. Great work from davvy. Should be absolutely fine here. I say that, Chad, this could still fall apart. 5 seconds, at least he can't plan. It could be an expensive round, sure, as you'll see that penultimate kill come in, goes down to 1 versus 1, but Movistar Riders, they needed that to be a lot cleaner.
That was a very costly round, all things considered. That peak from Hobbit gets them nothing, and then they're still only walking away with 1 individual surviving of Martin Easy. But it's a round.
It's a round for sure. Mopoz kicking things off with the double kill. They knew he was there as well. He did very well to even get that much damage done. But the boost of Alex, and like you said, Def's just sitting in the flames there. Thought he'd be safe, but down he goes. But ultimately winning the round, but at a cost. They will be operating with the bare bones here. An MP9 for Defs once again. But utility's not too bad as they go for a double stack towards the apartments now.
4A. 4A is the opener here out of the Riders. So they need
it looks like 5. Tagging Alex out, I suppose, or dropping off some utility.
Running back now. So they looked for an aggressive peek over towards the halls and boiler area. Didn't find anything. Now they'll reset into a standard hold. Cloud9 haven't committed to anything just yet. So this mid-control util, very standard stuff. Porch side molly, alongside smoke, a bit of spam for good measure.
Well then. Going through the motions once again. Not as aggressive towards the banana are the Movistar Riders. They didn't have much presence there at the very start, opting for more of a side-based setup. And Cloud9 very happy with that prospect, actually making their way back over now. Confirming the top of B is clear. They still have 4 smokes. Speaking of which, Movistar Riders deploy one of their own. It will be Alex and Mopoz to defend. They actually don't have anything left apart from 1 flashbang to hold this off.
It's going to be rough. Martinez is the long player, so if he gets the call to rotate over, he can at least try and help with some late flashes, but late might be the name of the game here. He is rotating over. It's all going to come down to the timing. I think Cloud9 might be ahead of this. They're breaching through. The flashes for Martinez are going to be way too late here. In the open is Alex and Mopoz, and they're stalling them out. A double from Mopoz again. Eventually traded. Alex dies towards the back of the side, but Mopoz still resides in the third for him. These X-Factor players, we're finally seeing them come in.
Yeah, and I think they've done enough here, Chad, with 7 seconds remaining. That should be it. Martinez is rotated in towards the coffins. They can no longer plant the bomb, so this is all about causing extra financial damage if possible. interz hiding in towards the well position, but there it is, 2 rounds in a row. Movistar Riders hold on. Great little crossfire there between the pillar and that first orange's box. You can see how difficult it was to manage both players peeking at the same time.
I don't understand how they're getting so much out of this, with only 2 players on the site defending with no util between the 2 of them, and they're completely stalling this out. It's a type of round that Cloud9 should be able to waltz in with a unit, use the utility for their favor, and find those kills. So starting to be true to form, Cloud9. A great start, and now what could be a very slow finish here on this T half. Can't let it happen again, surely. Because I think we have to quantify this game a little bit different. Sure, it's looking at who's going to come out on top of the map, but Cloud9 are the heavy favorites in this one, and it is to see if they can buck the trend of some of their woes, because you're not going to get away with early starts against everybody. That's not how these T-halves are always going to pan out. And then, if that's the case, what happens? Are they not able to post when the other team has full guns, all the goodies?
Well, time will tell. They have 1 more full buy available to them. If they lose this one, they're probably down to the partial at the very least. So 5 AK-47s here, no AWP for Shiro. Not a big deal on the likes of Inferno, but kind of is a big deal for Martinez on the CT side. They definitely need him to start posting some big numbers. Currently sits on 3 kills as we see a bombardment of utility down towards the bottom of middle here. They actually come off worse for it, though. davvy getting sprayed down through the smoke. See himself here at 16 points of health.
It's quite a clear game plan from the Riders time and time again. They're happy to kind of give up B early. They're only playing one defender. They're not expecting an early execute. Then they fortify mid or boiler or halls. And then I guess there's a timer on this. And they go, oh, we've seen enough. We'll drop a player back now. We're worried about that B site. Again, when's that timer going to come in? This long smoke will land. Alex has a decision. We'll play ahead of it. Help his teammates out. And again, Death's the flames. Not again, dude. You can't be mollied multiple times, but you just jump into interz, who's been having a great game. Alex goes down as well. They've traded one back in the interim, but is it enough here as they hightail it towards the side? The pressure is on in the mid to B gap has been found. It's mopoz. Can he get a multi-kill again? Well, there's the first. Great work, but a chaotic situation for sure. He actually had to vacate the B bomb side. Now looking to retake it. Juro's in CT spawn. But what are they doing here? They know that mopoz is the only B defender, right? Because Alex is dead. So Axel's on his own here with the bomb. If he goes down, mopoz can now just slow this and, running straight. What is going on? It's a bit of a confusing situation here. Shiro might be in full control, though. That's the kill that might guarantee the round. Takes 99 damage en route, though, as we'll see Davigi coming through the library. He's incredibly low himself and might not even fancy this one, as he starts to go towards top and middle. I guess he needs a kip. Yeah, it looked very heroic-esque with that type of a play. Everybody on their own across the map looking for a duel. It was dicey, to say the very least there, but a crucial frag from Shiro towards the ruins secures the round for them. You can see Davigi not even considering this one, saving the AK-47. Could be a difficult round following this one up, so holding onto an AK is definitely going to be advisable. How's this, Henry? Deaths, he's having a rough go. I think 0-7, sure. But nafany's also 0-7. I didn't notice that. You wouldn't think so with how fired up he was in the early stages, but they're 7-2 up. I guess it's absolutely fine. Can we just talk about that Molotov towards quad as well? How crazy that was. It was burning players underneath the porch and on that boost position as well. Like, that was perfectly placed. They were getting roasted here, Chad. They took so much damage, and he had no choice but just jumping towards the boiler into his inevitable death. Yeah, when you're playing that aggressive type of mid-serve here, but if I'm Deaths, I'd probably be doing a little more than warm up those hands. It's a rough game so far for him. Really not getting started. He's been melted down in more occasions than he's been able to get activated. And nafany's still getting fired up. And yeah, we've seen this reaction from poor Deaths. He's questioning life at this point. Well, looks like we've got a timeout once again, used by Cloud9 this time. It's their first one, as they'll be up against, as mentioned, a difficult situation for Movistar Riders. Looks like they'll be partially investing into this one after saving the AK, so their woes continue here. Could actually end up losing the half in round number 10. That is not ideal. Money quite low on the Cloud9 side as well, so if you can somehow steal this one away, that would be fantastic. It's certainly possible. Davigi would have to go above and beyond. He's got a defuse kit, the AK, for basic utility, but can't really justify much more than Deagle and light Kevlar. All right, well, this is a great opportunity for Cloud9 to win out the half here. Absolutely. Do they want to change things up? They've been presenting a pretty default game with nice reactions when they gather information, but time will tell. We see another stack set up from the CT side. Davigi knows he has to be active here. Needs to find an opening pick if possible, recover a rifle for a teammate. Holding towards boiler for now, which has been under a lot of scrutiny, but nafany will take a little towards top and middle. Now, mopoz has been able to slink his way quite aggressively down banana. That grenade may be telling that there was some space taken. Now, he has relinquished that control. Did have the perfect weapon for the job of the 5-7, but is playing the number game now. See that Molotov off the skybox to clear out the close room closet. So fortunate he did reposition. Smoke's no good, though, for the CT side. They're well in front of it. So mopoz in a lot of trouble here. Only got that 5-7, no armor. Squishy as you like. You would do well to even cause any damage with that setup. No longer has utility as well, but the T side more than happy with the information they've gathered so far. They've confirmed that banana is clear for now, and just exploring the options towards middle. So a Molotov in, that lands in the boiler room. That is an absolute nightmare for Davigi. Did well to do so much damage, but ultimately they lose the AK-47. I'm sorry, but some of the incendiaries that have been thrown, Molotovs, sorry, mind my French, is the Cloud9 have been throwing here are absurd. No one checks the trash, do they? No one ever wants to check it. And another death for poor nafany. I guess he'll take the rounds. That's an in-game leader's scoreboard. Sure, we'll trade this one out. Time becoming a problem again, gentlemen. 20 seconds remaining. 2 players on the A bomb side as well. Could get dicey. Deaths with armor as well as they leak out of the apartments here. Gets himself a rifle. This is actually starting to fall apart. Hello, interz will pull things back in towards their favor. Alex, if he gets one more, this could be problematic, but
We have got one remaining CT player. It's mopoz, and the Galil in hand, not quite enough. 8-2 as Cloud9 stick the landing. Got a little bit uncomfortable there, but that was the eco or partial buy of Movistar Riders. So did well to bring it down to a 2 versus 1, but ultimately they've got a lot of work to do in these remaining rounds.
Well, as Gandalf would say, Henry, all we have to do is decide what to do with the time that's given to us. So
that's a very good point.
Yeah, good stuff, Gandalf. He's a character from Lord of the Rings.
I thought as much. That did make sense.
Yeah.
It was either that or Harry Potter, one of the two.
Expelliarmus.
Exactly. Love all that. That's my shit.
If you had to pick one, what would you watch?
I guess Harry Potter.
You'd pick Harry Potter.
I saw the original films when I was a child, I suppose.
Okay, you haven't.
I don't know, 12 maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't really seen the Lord of the Rings, and they're quite long, aren't they? You know?
Yes, they're lengthy. I would be lying if I said I watched any of the 3 films in their entirety in one sitting.
Okay.
It also doesn't interest me.
Yeah, I don't know. Anything with like fantasy or spells and stuff, I just feel like it's a little bit boring. Hate to say it.
Some of it's okay, but yeah, I'm with you. The Wizard and Pixie stuff, it never quite got me. I'm worried about the guns and bullets, and Martinez has a couple of those loaded in this AWP.
Yeah, he certainly does, and he knows how to use them, but he needs to fall back, I would say. Oh no, he commits to the corner position, and nafany will take him down. Is that his first kill?
That's his first kill. Him and Deaths are both on the board right now, and Deaths has doubled up, make it 2. As the bomb should be planted towards...
Oh, it's an early plant shot.
Bomb side.
And you've got no one there. Like, I guess you kind of have to go for it, though. I say that with baited... Well, you can't really anymore. Now you know everyone's coming from CT Spawn. mopoz is in towards ruins at least. That's a hell of a Molotov, making things very, very uncomfortable now. mopoz might just have to fall back with his teammates. It's not worth it. They won't be going for it. You'll just lose your M4 as we go 9-2 there. Martinez is not looking as hot as yesterday, Chad.
Well, let's have a... Are they going to try the retake, or are they going to exit the site? Okay, cool. Just making sure. So now that the Valorante franchising has come through,
okay,
there may be an influx of Counter-Strike players back in certain regions.
I know which region you mean.
Europe we don't really need to worry about because we're flourishing here as far as Counter-Strike is concerned. But the North Americas, as well as Oceania,
sure,
are up for a conversation. I think for at least Asia, they're probably going to have a few more teams to invest in, which is great for them. They've been neglected in the Counter-Strike world, unfortunately. But I'm curious. It would be a great time now to have North America and Oceania stimulated to the best of their ability to try and draw some of the names back to see if they're interested in competing in more of the open circuit that we have on offer here in the Counter-Strike landscape.
I think that could happen. I think we saw a few players tweeting out after it happened, like they're exploring their options and probably considering both games. And yeah, I'm sure that will be revealed in the coming months. I think that's an interesting point for sure.
mopoz was looking very fired up there for a moment. Blade is also seeming a little bit fiery. I know that there are fiery people, so it's hard for me to go, are they upset? Or are they just getting fired up?
That is passionate.
Okay.
You know, they're here to win, and so far that's not really happening. They are 0-2 in the group, but they've had some good performances. I don't think anyone's taken them lightly here. We know they're a skilled team. They can get close. They found double digits multiple times. But for now, won't be operating with the AWP. The buys are hamstrung. As we see a nice deep middle smoke here, we'll see what options it will give them here at the start, but taking quite a lot of damage here towards the top of Banana. That's mopoz and Alex trying to gain control if possible with the exchange of utility now. Grenades just being thrown around left, right, and center.
Yeah, and when you highlighted that fact, Henry, I just had a look at the utility damage.
Not high.
And the utility damage is higher on the T side than the CT side.
That says it all. Like if you're not gaining any sort of control, you're losing banana control, not doing any damage as well. You've got the worst of both worlds. Like, sure, if you're giving up banana, be doing a load of damage, that would make sense, but you're not finding anything at all. You're normally looking around, like, at the end of a half, like 1,000 damage for a CT side. They're like, what, barely knocking on the door of 100 right now.
Nobody,
yeah,
nobody on the team is even close to 100. Collectively, 150 seems pretty bang on, whereas you have Ints on 200, 165 for Axel, 160 for nafany. They've all been doing damage. Has another piece of utility deployed here. Martinez needs to respect that. Drops back to a more passive angle towards the arch side. A flash and a smoke on over, surely. It will just be the smoke for now. Martinez gets the peek, maybe the double kill. One and done. Unfortunate there. But he does get the dink onto nafany, so damage.
Yeah, pretty decent, but his teammates now isolated towards a pit position. We've got Davy G, though, using the off angle of the headshot position. Alex rotating in. This is another key frag. mopoz has used that position before to great effect. This time gets away with it as well. This is looking good for a third round for Movistar Riders, but can they hold on? Shiro Still alive and kicking. Looks toward... Oh, he swaps the barrel.
Thank you very much.
That's all he needs, Chad, apparently. It's down to a 2 versus 2 again. Shiro looking hot to trot here. 10 seconds remaining. Spots him cross over towards the library and taking a lot of damage through the wall. Bomb will be planted.
He's on,
Didn't actually do anything.
He's on 96?
Yeah.
Did it just take off armor?
I don't know what just happened there.
On earth?
4 bullets hit him by the sound of things. I think a double kill is on the cards here for mopoz. It's the first, got to take down the AWP. A missed shot should yield the second, but it's a no-scope wallbang that brings us back to a 1 versus 1. Low HP, Shiro's not moving anywhere. He's willing to take the fight, and he's looking towards the correct position now. Dropping down from the graveyard. Alex needs to get on that bomb, hasn't got the kid, trying to bait it out, and down! Shiro goes. It looked like he had the shot ready and waiting to go.
Oh, at that moment thinking, is he sitting it? Do I have to peek deep around the corner there? Alex takes the fight and has just enough time for the defuse there. So 3rd round posted on the board now for the Riders. AWP carried across for Martinez, but what a showing from Shiro there. This is what you want from the young gun on the sniper. 15 kills, 5 deaths. A masterclass here on the big green. Here you go.
Spots it.
Hey, this is where I am. Hide and go seek. Well, Davy G, bullet straight between the brain. And mopoz here does good to get one. The trade is fantastic from Shiro here. Bang! And really unlucky here on the final fight.
He was in the matrix there as well. He was at the crosshair placements towards graveyard. Looked like it's a pre-fire him towards the side as well, but it will be the 3rd round for Movistar Riders. They do have a pretty decent buy here as well as we get into the next round, number 13. And we have got a bit of a fight here going down.
They were committed in that window position. You can see the extinguish there. They wanted to make sure that they could extinguish the T-side molly, take the fight. And they just both hide and seek as back towards Banana. 3 players already here. There's going to be a biff.
Yeah, 3 players ready and waiting. Alex with the coffin flashbang. Bit of a retake set up for mopoz, perhaps a missed shot for Martinez. mopoz will trade out. But now they know there's probably at least 2 players there with the flashbang thrown as well in that upward position from mopoz. We go back to a 4-on-4. So where do Cloud9 decide to go next? Recovering the bomb seems to be the first port of call. Smoked off towards the top, but they've got plenty of utility on the T side remaining. Actually 4 smokes available to them with that 1 on the ground.
Here's the thing. They're shooting the 2-2 splitter, a bit of a hedge right now out of the Riders. It is the hedge. They just have the 1 man on the site. If they explode through this smoke, it's just Alex. Just Alex on his lonesome here.
And he's at coffins as well. That's not going to be an ideal situation for him. Can jump up on the coffins to fight, but thankfully he had a smoke of his own.
That's the thing. Nafany obviously not allowing them to push on through. Wanting to play the percentages, and this push, it could be the difference maker. Shiro seeming aware, but doesn't completely clear. And Davy G, with all the sound cues, can call the rotation over towards the B bomb site. In the back, there's the frag. Impact from Davy G.
Very nice timings there. Gives him the man advantage. Martinez smoked off towards spawn. It's all down to Alex. We did say he was there alone, but now just Martinez. Another smoke being deployed here, and he's in a lot of trouble now. Does he give up the fact he's in this position, try and deny the plant? He does. Doesn't work out for him. A couple of no-scope attempts here. Not quite connecting. 3-on-3, have to go for this one. They've got an advantage in terms of the HP here. With the bomb planted, it's going to be very difficult with no grenades whatsoever.
Death might have to put his body on the line here. Davy peers in first, chips away at Axel, who's isolated. Interz on 10 HP, gets another kill. How's he still fragging? Now it's just Hobber, a 1-on-1 against Martinez. He's been sharp, he's been quick, but needs to be both right now and cannot get the crosshair in time. Hobber will convert 10 rounds now, and I think Cloud9 are showing, yeah, they can post a couple more on the T side.
Yeah, it seems to be that way on their opponent's map pick as well. They choose to start on the T side, and what a statement performance this is. Double digits, and we've still got a couple of rounds to go.
I got one here you might like, Henry.
Okay.
Twitch chat keeping us entertained for another day at the office. They have a copy pasta for Shiro.
Oh, nice. Okay, I thought you were going to say Hooksy, so that's better.
No. Shane Shiro O'Reilly, playing for the American Cloud9 organization. He works part-time as a livestock herder in Fort Town, Texas. He wishes to one day start his own ranch with the earnings together with his wife and cousin, Susan.
That is a good one. Fair enough.
They're great out there.
Yeah.
Twitch chat, keep it up. We know that you guys can sometimes be quite venomous.
Shane O'Reilly.
Shane O'Reilly.
That's so funny. Well, not so funny for Movistar Riders. Unfortunately for them, another eco round on the cards, or in the cards, depending on where you're from. It's a 5-on-3 as they waltz in towards the B bomb site here. It's going to be 11-3. Final round coming up, and they've got a max 7 to save by the looks of things.
Maybe we could do a crossover with Doug.
I would love to.
Maybe we could have maybe we could mend with an olive branch. Doug, if you're listening, if you're still watching Counter, if we didn't scare you away, maybe you can teach us some poker. We can teach you some Counter-Strike, and we can merge our powers.
Join forces.
Join forces.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. always up for repairing broken bridges, Chad. Like, we burn them down as much as we rebuild them.
It's just as fun.
Yeah. But just deaths, not for long. It's looking grim out there for the Movistar Riders. Their CT campaign has not gone well. After losing the pistol and being down 6-0, they fought back valiantly, but only finding 3 rounds in total. Managing to string together 2 at one point in the mid stages, but that's about it. They will have a nice full buy, though, for round number 15, and Lord knows they need it. Well, for Martinez, hasn't been the showstopper we were looking for. But lots of Counter-Strike left to be played in this best of 3, I suppose. It's not the greatest start here. Similar scenes to the Furia game yesterday on their own map pick, going down 15-0.
That's an opening kill, so something to get excited about here. In 11-4, Zonic's Law. Is it a bit of a bore?
Sonic's Law.
The rotation is back over. It's going to be a biff towards mid and the lockdown.
Oh dear.
I love it. Give us some more. Give us a little bit more.
Nice position from Alex, though. Might be overlooked. Might go for a little bit of a swing here as well, considering his teammates taking the attention away towards that quad position. Deaths up above will be taken down by Hobbit in the end. So back and forth we go. It is the final round of the half. So looking very good for the Movistar Riders. Just Hobbit remaining, but we know he enjoys a 3 versus 1. Do they dare challenge him toward this pit position? Oh, they do. They definitely do. They fancy it.
Oh, that's a big nade, though. And one back the other way. Hobbit can isolate this fight. That's going to flush them out towards the mid. Now, the bomb is down in the mid corridor. 50 seconds on the clock, and the biggest issue right now is mopoz through this apartment position. If he swings out at any moment, Hobbit is dead.
There should be no real world where Hobbit can win this one, but let's see what he can make of it. AWP from Davigi confirms it. 4 rounds on the board there, Chad. Certainly not ideal, but it's the first map of this best of 3. The pick of the Movistar Riders is not looking good whatsoever, but still, another half to go. Can they bring this one back from the dead? Time will tell. We'll take a break and be right back.
Hey Future Pros, on Inferno today, and I thought I'd show you how to throw the classic one way to help you sneak out of the A apartments and maybe find a kill or 2. To throw the smoke, get apps control, then position yourself on the edge of this door. Aim at the lower middle part of the extended bit of the arch. And throw. It's crazy how fast Rain throws his smoke, as this version is a little precise, so give it some practice. Now you have a good chance to crawl out of the apartments and play around the one-way smoke. CTs should usually be playing more passive once the smoke is thrown, but maybe you can find a CT with his pants down.
Cause I ain't about to have somebody here stealing my clout. I keep my friends close, enemies closer. Cause that's the way it is and the way it's supposed to be. Anybody can see there's only room for one, and that one is me. Plenty tried, plenty failed. Too many times I've seen plenty bail. And there will be no surprise what I'm about to do when you are looking through my eyes. See many go, see many come. See that they won't bring it to me, son. Try me if you want, but won't be any fun. I'll take the challenge, I'll beat anyone. I'm the one, I'll be quite clear. Bow down to no one, I'm right here. I get it in, I don't fight fair. And guess what? I'm your worst nightmare. I'm your worst nightmare. Are you prepared? I'm your worst nightmare. I know you scared. I'm your worst nightmare. Are you prepared? I'm your worst nightmare. I know you're scared.
What's up, gamers? Welcome back to the Mediterranean shores of Malta. You join us for ESL Pro League Group D. We're on the hunt for the final 3 teams to join us in the playoffs next week. Cloud9 looking likely to be one of those teams that put their best foot forward here against Movistar Riders. It's the first map, it's the first half, but they've got 11 4 starters. They switch over to the CT side, Chad. You've got to say, it's looking great.
Looking fantastic for Cloud9. Might be running this one home with a quick 2-0. Vertigo up next. Mirage is the third and final, if we do need it. And Cloud9 on a collision course with the playoffs kicking off next week. A couple more wins and they'll be locked and loaded as we charge straight up the banana.
Get it done.
Yeah, he wants to get in first, and Shiro going to continue the good form of the first half. We'll get the opening kill. Hobbit run out of ammo, manages to survive, but mopoz, he's back in some form. 15 kills for him, another multi. It's Interz, the hero. We've seen him in this position before.
Well, I don't think we'll see him for much longer. He's going to be mowed down by the Glocks and USPs. That was pretty ugly from the dual Berettas, I have to say. The smokes, though, dissipating towards the coffins. 3 versus 1. They've done it, Chad. We always say, win the pistol, there's a chance. And they might have just done it.
I don't think they're going to win the pistol, Henry. Watch this. Axel, a 1-on-3. mopoz on 6 points of health. Axel, he has been very quiet, but the CT side is where he does his best work. Guns out. Dual equipped. Twice the trouble. Can he burst Movistar Riders' bubble?
Slow-paced approach.
Go for the goddamn round, Axel. It's 11-4.
I don't think he will, but looks at things here. Looking for the exits and looking to farm some cash potentially. Won't be going for the win here. It was looking quite good for Cloud9, I have to say, with the dual Berettas there towards the sandbag. You'd think he'd get more than one, but Axel, God, if he had the kit, he might even fancy this one. But won't be getting all the frags. Gets a couple, and it will be Alex to close things out there. So a must-win pistol, excuse me, for Movistar Riders going in their favor. 11-5, though. Quite the scoreline to recover, but it all starts here. That was the moment. As soon as they took down that player there, Shiro actually had a lot of access there towards the B bomb site, and it works in their favor. Comes down to 1 versus 1, but Axel was already saving the Julies. Managed to cause some damage upon the exit. And a force buy in response. So Cloud9 with 3 upgraded pistols, a FAMAS and a Scout. And the Scout's been deadly this tournament, to be fair. Lots of exciting moments as we'll see Shiro towards the top of middle, looking to cause some damage.
I'm sad he didn't try, but if this FAMAS works, I'll let him off the hook.
Fair enough.
But if it doesn't work...
He has got a helmet as well, to be fair.
If it doesn't work, Henry...
You're not happy.
Not happy at all.
Shiro doesn't look happy either. Wants to try and open things up. And, well, that will work out nicely. But Davi G with a quick response to the Mac 10 towards Boiler. I like the smoke for Axel. He'll take that all day long. Give them the man advantage on their force buy. Needs to be careful, though. Going to sit in the flames for quite a considerable amount of time. Takes 40 damage for it, as they'll go back towards B, which is actually wide open right now. But they obviously have no idea. Hobbit will rotate back. He's got a smoke of his own, so absolutely fine for now. If he can deploy that at the correct time, which would probably be right now. They should be good for a rotation from nafany, who's towards library.
Well,
might just walk through this.
They might, but Hobbit, he's done some damage. They're still coming through. Peppered up, here's Martinez.
He did well to survive that one, Hobbit. And probably still goes down here. Didn't wait for the rotation of his teammates. We're down to a 3-on-3. Huge round here. And they have all the advantages they could ask for on the Movistar Riders side. They've got an HE remaining as well, saving it until they get some confirmed information. But these 5.7s at close range could do a lot of damage. Nice setup to fend them off. We'll see who comes out on top. First kill for Interz. Can they find the double? The Mac 10 starting to backpedal now.
They gotta go.
A little bit awkward.
If they go now, there's still enough time for this. That nade, massive damage onto nafany here. All gonna come in through coffins, and space taken from Davi. He might have secured it with the positioning alone. Alex to mow them down from the new box, and time starting to run very thin. They have to sit to fuse, and there you go. Davi G secures the round. Little bit of misplay there from Cloud9, I think. Hobbit as well wanting to hold on to the high ground, and in this circumstance, it was the coffin's position. Puts his body on the line. Martinez with that kill really helps them out here. So good work from the Riders getting back into things.
Well, that's going to be a 3-0 start for them on their T-side campaign. It all started with that scout towards middle. 5-7 kills looking decent as well, but with no kit, no time, the round slowly fell apart for them.
Can you help me, Henry? Because I looked away and I looked back and then mopoz was dead. Did he take early damage?
I don't know. I thought the same thing. I thought he was 100. I'm not even sure how. Did he have no armor, perhaps? And
mopoz is the type of guy who tends to sometimes not buy armor.
Yeah, so that's the only way you can go down in one shot with the scout. Like a body shot with no armor sometimes can happen depending on the range. That's what it looked like to me, but We'll have to go back and look in the archives, Chad. I wasn't sure either. Mopoz with a couple of easy frags, but they will be receiving a bit of damage there. Hobbit did take one for their troubles, and there's a couple now.
There's two on this side. They're going to waltz in. They're going to waltz into the stack right now. Boys, you're doing a lot of work. Mopoz, you've cracked things open. This should be a secured round, and the USP toppled by Martinez, but not out of hot water just yet. The bomb is at T-stairs. Axel, he isn't having a great game so far, but as I mentioned on the pistol round that he should have gone for, he's the type of guy who could convert these. Now, smoke towards CT. He's going to buy his attention for now, and in the interim, Deaths has actually secured a lot of space. So I think this one is probably done.
I think you might be right there. Axel still in towards CT spawn. Deagle, no armor, has an HE grenade. If they ran towards B, maybe he has a chance, but he has no idea where they've gone. It's confirmed open A bomb site here, as there it is, a C4 to be planted, making sure they go through all the protocols here, not giving anything away. So an expensive round for sure. Leads us to an 11-7 scoreline, but ultimately, Movistar Riders with 2 rifles surviving. They've got money going forward. They are absolutely fine. And the first gun round will be upon us in the next round. So Axel getting an AK-47, that's pretty decent.
Yeah, decent thing to save, and also a lot of damage. So, look, let's talk about this group so far, Group D. We currently have Furia, Cloud9, and Liquid all sitting at 2-0.
Were the favorites by far coming into this one, right?
Yeah, and tonight, one of those 3 names will not be sitting with a only W record, because Furia have to play Liquid as the final game of the day. We're kicking things off with Cloud9 versus the Riders on your screen here as the Dozier nade is attempted.
Sex bomb.
Nobody found. That means our next matchup, if you will be joining us all day, will be Eternal Fire taking on Evil Geniuses. One of those 2 teams will be getting a victory in the column, so that'll be nice for one of them. And yeah, the group will have 2 more play days left, Saturday and Sunday, to determine the last 3 teams to be joining the long list we already have.
Exciting times. It's been a long old group stage, hasn't it, Chad? Still a lot more Counter-Strike to go next week at the playoffs, but Pro League, always a lot of fun. See where the teams are at. We get to see them play many times. Lots of games, lots of best of 3s.
Some good names in the mix here too. Vitality, Fnatic, Na'Vi, G2, FaZe Outsiders, Mao's Heroic, Complexity. That's the only group that I think somebody slipped through that shouldn't have, potentially. There's an argument that could be made, but with the Counter-Strike that was played, Complexity definitely showed up. Here, if we do get C9, Liquid, and Furia as it's looking right now, it's going to be a star-studded showing in the top 12. But this one, if Riders can convert this round, they have my attention. If this one falls in the favorable way for C9, I think that half will too. But an important round here.
Absolutely true. Utility running a little thin on the Movistar Riders side. They've got a couple of smokes remaining at the 1-minute 10 mark. We'll see what they can make of it as they start to coordinate themselves back towards B here. Maybe looking for more of a contact situation and trying to take advantage of any over-aggressing CTs. That would be nafany this time. Going to be flashed over. It's a very effective flashback. Doesn't need anything more, but he sticks around for a bit longer. And for good reason, the triple kill comes through. That is fantastic work. He's had a pretty quiet game by his standards so far, but that is a resounding victory in round number 19. Hold on. Not quite as clean as they would like. 3 versus 1. Davy G can be quite handy in these situations. Bomb down towards CD spawn. If he gets a clean kill here, there is a chance. But interz will lock it down. Fantastic coordination there with the flashbang and the timings there for the push of the car.
Can't imagine how much ammo nafany had left for that final kill, right? Because the first 2 was a little bit sketchy, so it could have only been a couple of bullets.
Have a look.
So as he comes around the corner here, he's probably used over 10 bullets there, I would say. He's probably got about, yeah, so he runs out of ammo completely. So 3 bullets left for the final kill, then has to go to the USP. So good work to get 3 kills out of the 20 bullets. Is it a magazine?
It's a magazine, yeah.
It's not a clip, right?
No, I can't remember the difference, but it is magazine, I believe.
I don't know guns. We banned them in Australia a long time ago, so.
Yeah, probably fair.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the game. So last time out now is it's going to probably be 4 rounds on the trot. We'll park this one. It's great that interz has 25 kills. We have to sing his praises. Great clutch early on, second round of the game, wins a 1-on-3 to really set the tone.
And set them on that massive run as well. Could be a very different looking game right now had they have not won that round. But he did. Got the 6-0 start for Cloud9. As we'll take a tactical timeout now. As mentioned, after losing a couple of players against just the USPs and PT50s, their money was pretty labored going into the previous round. Even more so here. They have fully invested. They had to juggle things around. They've got themselves 2 AKs, 2 Tech 9s, a PT50, bare bones elsewhere. If you lose this one, Chad, I'm calling this one done. They'll be 13-7 down with a pretty much full eco on the cards there. So it will be very difficult to bring this one back to life. It will be almost impossible. We'll see what they can do with it, though. Very important round here. Just going through the initial map control. It's actually nafany who's pushing down towards the bottom of Banana, just as that smoke dissipates as well. Flashbang goes over, as another CT smoke is deployed. Hello.
Okay, Axe, I'll put on notice here. Pepper down to 49 points of health. Now, they could just do a waterfall out the apartments here with these smokes after they garner this banana control, but that is going to be the hardest part of the round. If they do test the waters, dip their toes in, it's not feeling too nice. A bit frigid are these waters. There's Hobbit on the half wall, the half man, and nafany parked up nice and close.
Well, they are considering going back towards B here. Hobbit's just trying to set up nafany here for a few kills, and he'll get the first, no problem. And now he needs the backup from his teammate here. They're doing a pretty good job of fending off both. No real damage taken there as they go back to a 4-on-4 and recover a rifle as well. So that's a victory. The Movistar Riders, they're feeling pretty good about that. And they've actually caused a rotation in the form of Shiro as well. So just two players now towards the A side who are going to be tested. This is a very difficult round. It's turned on its head with that one kill.
Axel needs to step up here. Really needs to step up on these 7 kills to the name. Can only say the CT side is where he's going to do his best work, holding them at bay for now, but into the side they've been able to leak. It's just interz, 27 kills. The support player, apparently he's the star player. Back at the side, the rotations here. He's bought time, he's bought the kills, and he's bought them a 1-on-2 situation. Alex to try and get this bomb down 9, 8. He's faked it. He's had to go for the fight. The tech 9, not good enough, and another round secured for Cloud9. Now, just interz, great stuff. Great stuff.
He did very well indeed there. 13-7, no bomb planted as well with 10 seconds remaining. They did absolutely everything they could. Went for the fake plant, a little bit too late there, and go down with nothing whatsoever. $2,000 into the next round. He said it was all about interz stepping up, just had to find multiple kills, managing to stay alive for as long as possible as well. Look how much time he bought for his teammates to actually arrive at the scene of the crime just before the bombs planted as well. Denied that very important plant and a full eco. As I said, losing that round had a huge knock-on effect, and with the full eco here, it's going to guarantee 14-7 on their opponent's map here. Cloud9 looking hot to trot here, as we'll see. Quite a chaotic round, but nafany farming some cash now. Money in the bag as all 5 players survive. 14-7 confirmed.
All right, well, getting revenge from last time round. If you didn't join us earlier, we were talking about Season 15 of ESL Pro League, where the Riders did topple Cloud9, known as players at the time. 16-14 on Inferno and a 16-9 victory on Ancient, with the difference being made for the 3 maps on 16-7 for Cloud9's side. I want to get this one done in 2. They picked into Vertigo as map number 2 of the series here, so we'll get to see them there very shortly, as Paul Martinez has been legged down to 19 points of health to start things off. Is not the way he wants to hold on to this mid control.
Definitely not. Davy trying to bait out a shot from Shiro as well. Throws over the flashbang, but we'll see who comes out on top here. It's Shiro, of course. Hobbit will be tested towards B as well, and he's won his battle. Looking for that 15th round, and they are absolutely sending it towards Banana, doing a lot of damage there. 5-on-3, Deaths can do nothing in response.
One of the things that I'm liking so far, especially from Shiro, and mainly from Shiro, is he's playing like he is the best player in the server right now. The type of fights he's taking, he's not falling back, he's not worrying about them getting a little bit of info on where he is I am better than all of you, and I'm going to show you. Confident.
Well, he's putting on a bit of a show, isn't he, with 21 kills to his name. He's actually interz at the top of 27. But a minute remaining. What do you do? Just limp in towards the B site? He won't be saving this round, I can tell you that much. Shiro's got other ideas. And now just poor old Martin Easy with nothing to say about the round at 19 HP, and it's a pretty much clean sweep there from Cloud9 in this map and in that round in general, I would say. But what's left?
Well,
Mac 10s and Tech 9s.
I guess we can give everybody a little bit of entertainment. If you want to head over to Just Harry GG on Twitter sphere, check out one of his recent posts about the Sun Gods release. You can listen to that in the break before you hear the dulcet
available
tones
now
of,
worldwide.
Yanko, Casada, and Trace breaking down this matchup. But yeah, if you want to, you're in the gym, you know, you want to get the pump on, probably a great song for that.
Absolutely true. And Shiro challenge towards second middle, getting a bit toasty there towards the bottom of Banana. And this is where it all comes down to. nafany with another triple kill potentially, does a lot of damage towards Davy. Good as really boosted up. Hobbit looking to mow them down to close things out here. That's a very clean kill. Looks like we're all said and done here on Inferno. 16-7 will be the scoreline, unless Defs can do the unspeakable. Not going to happen there. And there it is, a very convincing performance from Cloud9 on their opponent's map pick as well. Started off on the T side, went 6-0, and there wasn't really much of a response from that point.
Ticking all the boxes, have to be happy with that. And you can see it's not like there's a resounding smile on the face. Job to be done. Want to get this one over 2-0.
Right.
Want to send this one over to the break. Don't go anywhere. Just these messages and then the analyst to break it all down.